Kwaku Yeboah, Head of Sports, Despite Media. Subscribe to my YouTube page, Dan Kwaku Yeboah TV. Remember to turn on the notification button and be part of the DKY family. Thank you.
The latest we are getting from the authorities is that the Ghana Football Association is expected in the coming days to announce the former Tottenham boss, Chris Hughton, as the coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars. This was after the GFA reportedly reached a compromise with the sports ministry for Chris Hughton to handle the senior national team. According to several reports, there was a meeting today, Friday the 4th of February, between the GFA and the sports ministry in which they reached an agreement to settle on Hughton. Hughton will succeed Milovan Rajevac in the coming days and will be in charge of next month's World Cup playoff against Nigeria. TV3 News understands that there have been several movements in the last 24 hours concerning who becomes the next coach of the senior national team. As reported earlier, Otto was GFA's choice, while the government were keen on getting Chris Hughton. The GFA, however, backed down and accepted the government's choice. Hughton arrived in Ghana last week for holidays, but was immediately linked with the job. And that conversation has been ongoing in the last few days, making it look like they're pitching the Black Stars between two persons with Ghanaian connection, that is Chris Hughton and then also Otto Addo. But it looks as if the odds are settling on Chris Hughton. We've been joined on the line by sports journalist Asante Forkuo to try and make sense of this appointment yet to be and what he brings to the table. Mr. Forkuo, good evening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Thanks for having me.
Great. To start with, let's talk about what the Black Stars are lacking and what qualities Chris Hughton has, and to bring to that table to transform the team to at least, if not for anything at all, beat Nigeria and take us to the World Cup.
Right, thank you very much. I think the Black Stars of Ghana, what we lack now is materials. You can never dispute the fact that in terms of quality, as compared to a team like Senegal, a team like Morocco, we don't have such quality. So no matter what, we lack quality in terms of this, in terms of player quality. We lack that. Apart from that, we also lack transition, especially moving from the junior team to the national team. We lack that. There's a gap between player movement from the junior team to the national team. So the cohesion isn't there. So you can see that from the grassroots, there's a problem, and it moves up to the national team, the Black Stars of Ghana, where we also have a problem. So it's not only about coaching, it's also about player, it's also about transition of player, movement of players from one stage to the other. And these are the things the Black Stars of Ghana lack.
And what does Chris Hughton have? Because it looks as if this is going to be a short-term goal they are going to set for him. And then some of the issues you raised look like long-term, where we need to look at our very junior side and how we can gradually, bring on players from that side to the senior national team. But the senior national team, as we have it, how can Chris transform them? What does he bring to the table?
That is the issue. It depends on how we are going to hire him. It depends on the contract. It depends on what we want as a nation. As a nation, what do you want? Do you want just to qualify to the World Cup, or we want to rebuild our national team? The problem with Ghana football is we are always looking for the quick results, and we go hire a coach that can give us a quick result. When we don't get that result, it becomes problematic. Let's take a Senegal concept, for instance. Senegal has given their coach time to rebuild the team, and the coach has been there for 7 years, and he's there whether he gets results or not. He's there as a coach. He has been given specific targets to achieve, and that's what they are doing. But we want to qualify to the World Cup, so quickly we need a coach. Yes, Hughton is a very good coach. When you look at his records, he has coached several teams in England especially, and also being assistant coach for the Republic of Ireland in 2003 to 2005. So both club football and national team football, he has some experience that he can bring to bear. But the issue is that what we want as a country? Can he fill the gap that we have created as a country? To me, if you are going to hire him, it should be a long-term plan. And we cannot quickly take a decision now because we want to qualify to the World Cup. Okay, now let's look at these scenarios. First one, if you don't qualify for the World Cup, what happens? If you qualify for the World Cup, what happens? So we shouldn't quickly rush to just appoint a coach. But as a target and as a country, we should decide, where do you want to go? Do we just want to qualify for the World Cup and it ends there? Or we want to start rebuilding? That would be a very key point in appointing a coach.
Wow, very succinct points you make there. And maybe finally and briefly, let's talk about the man in question. We have always heard that one big problem with the Black Stars is that the senior national team, some of the players have issues of respect and relationship with the leaders of the manager for that matter. Do you think that Chris brings that kind of charisma and leadership quality to get and whip all the boys in line to give him their utmost support for us as a country to start enjoying some good, good vibes when it comes to the national team?
Yes, he's a top-notch coach. You can't dispute the fact that you give him a respect because he's managed some of the big guys and he has even started working already. He has started speaking to some of the people who would want to naturalize for Ghana, that they have all accepted to come and play for the national team if the news in the media is something to go by. He's a very respected coach, so I think in terms of pedigree, in terms of respect, we wouldn't have a problem. For that one, he can easily do it because he's a respected man. He has coached other players, of which I think when he's appointed as a national team coach, he brings so many experience to bear that to me he can perform.
Thank you so much, Chris. I beg your pardon, Asante Forkuo, senior sports journalist, helping us make sense of this story, which we are getting from the corridors of the Ghana Football Association, having to do with the fact that the Ghana Football Association is expected in the coming days to announce the former Tottenham boss, Chris Hughton, as the coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars. This was after the GFA reportedly reached a compromise with the sports ministry for Chris Hughton to handle the senior national team. According to sports reports, or several reports, there was a meeting today, Friday the 4th of February, between the GFA and the sports ministry in which they reached an agreement to settle on Chris Hughton. Mr. Hughton will succeed Milovan Rajovac in the coming days and will be in charge of next month's World Cup playoff against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. TV3 News understands that there have been lots of movements in the last 24 hours concerning who becomes the coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars. And in the last 3 days, the conversation has been between Chris Hughton and Otto Addo. Chris Hughton, we are told, was the favorite of government. Otto Addo, we are told, was the favorite of the Ghana Football Association. But one of them has the upper hand. It looks as if that's what's going to happen. And Chris Hughton will be the man in charge of the senior national team, the Black Stars.
Hello, my name is Kwaku, Yeboah, head of sports, Gov't Media. Subscribe to my YouTube page, Kwaku Yeboah TV. Remember to turn on the notification button and be part of the DKY family. Thank you.